We live in an era where distractions are constant. Technology, social media, work demands. They all pull us in 1,000 different directions. But there's a secret that the ancient Stoics understood, a secret that remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. It's a secret that can transform you from someone who reacts to everything around them into someone who controls their own mind, their own emotions, and their own fate. The Stoics didn't just sit quietly in their thoughts. They didn't live in a bubble. What they did was master their minds. They made a conscious decision not to be controlled by external circumstances, but to remain focused and unshaken in the face of adversity. The power of focus. Focus is power. It's the ability to cut through the noise, to lock in on what truly matters, and to give it everything you've got. In a world where everyone is chasing the latest trend, the Stoics teach us the power of doing less, but doing it better. It's not about working harder or longer. It's about working with precision. It's about giving your energy, your time, and your mind to the things that matter most and blocking out everything else. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but it's what we choose to focus on that determines whether we're moving forward or simply spinning our wheels. The Stoics didn't waste their time. They focused on mastering themselves and achieving greatness through discipline and control. The truth about distraction. If you want to become unstoppable, you first have to understand the enemy. Distraction. Distractions aren't just about losing your focus momentarily. They chip away at your potential. They make you feel overwhelmed, anxious, and scatter your energy in all directions. Think about it. The last time you checked your phone, how much time passed before you realized you'd lost focus? An hour? 2? You see, distractions don't just take time. They rob you of your mental clarity, your purpose, and your drive. And once that's gone, it's hard to get back on track. But here's the good news. You have the power to take back control. By mastering the Stoic practice of focus, you'll find the discipline to shut out the noise and reclaim your mind. The Stoic mindset. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending that life doesn't throw curveballs. It's about taking full ownership of your internal world, regardless of what's happening outside. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mindset is what separates the people who just get by from the ones who achieve great things. It's not about being immune to the pressures of life. It's about learning how to stay calm, focused, and driven, no matter what chaos surrounds you. The Stoics knew that the mind is the battlefield, and that the way to win was to train it day by day, to stay disciplined and focused. Promise and invitation. Over the next 90 minutes, I'm going to show you how to apply these ancient Stoic principles to your modern life. You'll learn how to master your focus and your inner strength. You'll discover the steps you need to become the person who isn't just reacting to life, but is leading their life with precision and clarity. We're going to break down the Stoic philosophy and turn it into actionable steps that you can apply every day, starting now. You're not here by accident. You're here because you want something more. You want to stop feeling overwhelmed and unfocused. You want to become someone who takes control of their life, who is unstoppable. And the first step is learning how to focus. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. Why focus matters. Think back to the last time you set out to complete a meaningful task, whether it was a big work project, a personal goal, or something you've been putting off for days. How long did it take before your mind started to wander? Maybe it was a notification on your phone, a random thought, or perhaps you just found yourself distracted by everything around you. You try to refocus, but it's harder than you thought, and before you know it, you're no longer on track. You look at the clock. Another hour has passed, and you've made little to no progress. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. We all face distractions, big and small. But the truth is, distractions don't just take up your time. They rob you of your focus, your energy, and your ability to get meaningful work done. And the more often you let distractions take over, the harder it becomes to move forward. Instead of advancing, you're left spinning in place, wasting your best hours and potential. The Stoics understood that one of the most important skills in life was the ability to focus, not just in moments of calm, but in the midst of chaos. In fact, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca believed that focus was essential to mastering one's mind and achieving greatness. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the core of Stoic philosophy. While we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. The same goes for our ability to focus. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and unfocused. But the Stoics taught us that focus isn't just a tool for productivity. It's a mindset, a way of living. Focus allows us to gain control over our thoughts, actions, and emotions, empowering us to achieve our goals, no matter how difficult or chaotic life may be. Focus is power. It's the ability to direct your mental and emotional energy toward one thing and one thing only. The world may be chaotic, but when you are focused, you are in control. It's not about working harder or longer. It's about working with intention and precision. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, understood this well. They weren't distracted by external circumstances. They trained their minds to stay calm and focused, regardless of what was happening around them. This audiobook will help you cultivate that same discipline so you can focus on what truly matters and make real progress in your life. Distractions are everywhere, and they're more dangerous than you might think. Every time you allow yourself to be pulled away from your goal, whether it's checking your phone or getting sidetracked by irrelevant tasks, you lose more than just time. You lose energy, clarity, and momentum. It's easy to think that a quick distraction won't hurt, but over time, they add up. And before you know it, you're not even close to where you want to be. But here's the good news: you have the power to take back control. By learning how to focus deeply, you can cut through the noise and stay on track toward achieving your goals. A powerful mindset is the foundation of everything. Success is not just about having the right strategies or skills. It's about having the right mental attitude. It's about developing a mindset that is resilient, focused, and relentless. You see, when your mindset is aligned with your goals, when you develop a mental framework that pushes you to stay disciplined and avoid distractions, success becomes inevitable. Your mindset determines how you respond to challenges, how you overcome obstacles, and how you stay motivated even when the journey gets tough. Think about it. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by relying on motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting. What lasts is a mindset that is so focused and disciplined that it propels you forward, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This is the kind of mindset we're going to build throughout this audiobook. Over the next 90 minutes, you're going to learn how to master focus, develop unshakable discipline, and build a mindset that will make you unstoppable. I'll walk you through the core principles that form the foundation of a strong, focused mindset, and I'll show you how to apply them in your everyday life. From simple strategies for eliminating distractions to powerful techniques for strengthening your mental toughness, you'll leave with the tools you need to transform your mindset and make meaningful progress toward your goals. Now you might be wondering, can I really change my mindset? Can I really become unstoppable? The answer is yes. It all starts with your commitment to focus. It starts with your decision to take control of your mind and your actions. And with each small step you take, you'll build momentum, and that momentum will propel you to greater heights. So, if you're ready to unlock the power of focus, to master your mindset, and to become unstoppable, let's dive in. Let's get started. Chapter 2. Stoicism, the philosophy of focus. In today's fast-paced world, it can feel like we're constantly being bombarded by information, tasks, and demands from all directions. You might find yourself reacting to the latest news, checking your phone every few minutes, or being swept up in the never-ending cycle of busyness. But here's the thing. All of this noise is pulling you away from what matters most. The constant distractions and external pressures can leave you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, and before you know it, your focus is completely scattered. How much of your day do you actually spend doing what you set out to do? How often are you pulled in different directions by things outside your control? This is where the power of Stoicism comes in. Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, teaches us the art of mastering our minds in the face of chaos. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events or circumstances, we have complete control over how we respond to them. This is the essence of Stoic focus. Instead of being tossed around by every distraction and external influence, Stoics maintain calmness and clarity by focusing on what is within their control. Their thoughts, their actions, and their attitudes. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is not just a call for positive thinking, but an invitation to take full responsibility for your mental state, to choose your thoughts intentionally, and to focus on the things that truly matter. The Stoic way of living. The Stoics didn't avoid challenges. In fact, they embraced them. They understood that life is unpredictable and external events are often beyond our control. However, what they did control was their response. They trained their minds to focus on what they could change, their reactions, their inner calm, their discipline. They didn't waste energy on worrying about things they couldn't change, nor did they let the distractions of the world derail them. Instead, they focused inward, developing a mindset of clarity, purpose, and resilience. When you embrace this Stoic way of living, you stop being reactive. Instead, you become proactive, intentionally directing your focus toward what is most important. Practice. To start applying Stoicism in your life, it's important to first reflect on where your focus is currently being directed. Take a moment to think about the last few days. Where has your attention been? How much of it was focused on external events or distractions, and how much was focused on your own goals and priorities? The first step in practicing Stoic focus is recognizing where your attention is currently going. Once you're aware of that, you can begin to make a conscious effort to bring your focus back to where it truly belongs. Practice this by setting aside time each day to disconnect from external distractions. Take 10 or 15 minutes to sit quietly without any interruptions and focus on your breath or a single thought. This exercise will help you sharpen your ability to focus and regain control over your attention. The power of inner control. Imagine a storm raging outside, wind howling, rain pouring, chaos all around. But inside, you are calm, collected, and focused. That's the power of inner control. Stoicism teaches that no matter what external events occur, your internal state is something you can govern. This control over your inner world allows you to maintain focus and clarity, even when life seems unpredictable or overwhelming. Just as a calm lake reflects the sky without distortion, a focused mind reflects reality without being clouded by external influences. Invite to apply. The next time you feel overwhelmed or distracted, ask yourself, what can I control in this moment? What is within my power to focus on right now? Remind yourself that you can always choose where to direct your attention. You can choose to focus on your thoughts, your actions, and your responses, and that is where your power lies. By practicing this inner control, you will be able to regain your focus and master your mind. As you begin to implement Stoic principles in your life, you'll start to notice a shift. Your thoughts will become clearer. Your energy will become more purposeful, and you'll find that distractions lose their power over you. The Stoic practice of focus. Focus, as the Stoics saw it, isn't just about being productive. It's about being present. It's about living with intention and discipline, dedicating your time and energy to things that truly align with your values and goals. And while the world may try to pull you in different directions, you'll learn to resist, stay grounded, and choose to focus on what matters. This kind of focus is the foundation for personal growth and achievement. And as you develop this mindset, you'll find that nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. Chapter 3. Determination, the Stoic strength. Pain. Have you ever felt like giving up? Maybe you started something with full enthusiasm, but then, as the obstacles stacked up, your resolve started to waver. Every challenge felt like it took more effort, and before you knew it, you were tempted to abandon the goal you once felt so passionate about. We all experience this, and it's easy to succumb to the feeling of defeat. But when you look deeper, you realize that it's not the obstacles that are the problem. It's the lack of determination. Without determination, we get caught in a cycle of starting and stopping, losing momentum and confidence. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't in the circumstances they face, but in their ability to keep going in the face of those challenges. Determination is what keeps us moving, even when the path gets tough. Principle. The Stoics understood that determination, or what they called fortitude, is essential for overcoming adversity. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them with a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities for growth. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, taught that the only thing within our power is our own response to life. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this sense, determination is a choice. You decide whether to face challenges head-on or give in to defeat. When life tests you, your ability to remain determined and focused, regardless of the circumstances, is what will carry you through. Determination is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The Stoics believed that we should not be afraid of hardship. Instead, we should meet it with courage, knowing that it will build our strength and resolve. The power of resilience. Resilience is what separates those who move forward from those who stay stuck. When you're determined, resilience becomes second nature. It's the mental toughness to keep going when others quit. Think about the most successful people you know. Are they the ones who give up easily? No. They're the ones who persist, who don't let failures define them, who see setbacks as temporary and part of the journey. Stoicism teaches us that setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones toward greater achievement. The Stoic mindset isn't about avoiding pain or difficulty, but about embracing the challenges and using them to grow stronger. Every time you face an obstacle, your response will either build or weaken your resilience. The key to becoming unstoppable is training your mind to stay determined no matter how tough the journey may seem. The daily practice of determination. Building determination starts with small, everyday practices. The Stoics didn't wait for huge challenges to test their resolve. They trained their minds every day. One way to practice determination is by setting small, achievable goals and committing to them. Start by making daily promises to yourself and following through on them, no matter what. For instance, if you tell yourself you're going to exercise for 30 minutes, don't let anything stop you from doing it. It's not about how big the task is, it's about building a habit of determination. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your inner resolve. Another way to practice determination is by pushing through discomfort. The Stoics believed that hardship was an essential part of growth. So the next time you face a challenge, instead of running away from it, step into it with determination. Whether it's a difficult conversation, a challenging project, or a personal goal, see it as an opportunity to build your mental fortitude. The role of self-discipline. Determination is closely tied to self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to stay on course, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Stoics believed that true freedom comes from mastering ourselves. They understood that our desires, emotions, and impulses can be the biggest distractions to achieving our goals. Self-discipline is the practice of controlling these impulses and staying focused on what truly matters. When you develop self-discipline, you're not just resisting temptation. You're actively choosing to focus on your long-term goals rather than short-term gratification. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes to stay determined, even when the going gets tough. Invite to reflect. Take a moment to think about a goal you've been working toward. Where are you currently on that journey? Are you moving forward with determination, or have distractions and setbacks caused you to lose focus? What can you do today to practice resilience and determination? Start small. Identify one action you can take right now that will move you closer to your goal, and commit to it. Whether it's something big or small, the act of following through is what strengthens your determination. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. With every step you take, no matter how small, you're building a mindset that will make you unstoppable. Chapter 4. How to Focus in a Distracted World. We live in a world full of distractions. Our phones are constantly buzzing, social media is always just a click away, and work demands never seem to end. Have you ever sat down to work only to find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone or checking your emails? These distractions might seem harmless at first, but over time, they chip away at your ability to focus on what truly matters. And the more often you give in to these distractions, the harder it becomes to focus when it truly counts. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, trying to juggle multiple tasks at once, but in doing so, we lose our ability to dive deeply into one task and do it well. The result? Fragmented thoughts, a lack of clarity, and the nagging feeling that you're constantly chasing your own tail. Principle. The Stoics understood that the key to mastering focus is learning how to shut out the distractions of the world. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently wrote about the importance of controlling one's mind and not letting external events sway it. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is a fundamental Stoic idea. We cannot control everything around us, but we can control how we respond. In today's world, this means being intentional about where we direct our focus. The Stoics weren't immune to distractions. Rather, they practiced the art of selective attention. They learned to decide what was worth their energy and attention, and they ignored the rest. In the modern world, this is more important than ever. Learning how to focus in a distracted world isn't just about working harder. It's about becoming more intentional with your time and attention, making sure that you're not wasting them on things that don't truly matter. The power of single tasking. Many of us are guilty of multitasking, trying to juggle multiple tasks at once. But the truth is, multitasking doesn't work. Studies show that when we multitask, we're not actually doing two things at once. Instead, our brains are constantly switching between tasks, which reduces efficiency and increases mental fatigue. Stoics, however, practiced the art of single tasking, focusing on one thing at a time with full presence and attention. This principle is powerful because when you focus solely on one task, you're able to give it your full energy, creativity, and effort. You're also more likely to produce higher quality work and feel a greater sense of accomplishment. So, instead of trying to do everything at once, commit to one task, complete it fully, and then move on to the next. Creating a distraction-free environment. Creating an environment conducive to focus is essential for combating distractions. Think about your workspace right now. Is it cluttered? Is it filled with distractions like your phone or open social media tabs? One of the most powerful ways to increase your focus is to create a physical environment that minimizes distractions. Here are some practical steps you can take. Set boundaries. Create a clear space for work or study. If possible, remove unnecessary items from your desk and create an environment that signals to your brain that it's time to focus. Turn off notifications. Your phone is one of the biggest distractions in today's world. To reclaim your focus, turn off non-essential notifications and set designated times to check your phone. Limit access to distractions. Use apps or browser extensions that block social media or distracting websites during your work sessions. Set specific focus periods. Try using the Pomodoro technique, where you work in focused intervals, usually 25 minutes, followed by short breaks. This helps your brain maintain focus while preventing burnout. By controlling your environment and setting clear boundaries, you create the conditions needed for deep, uninterrupted focus. The Stoic practice of inner stillness. The Stoics didn't just focus on external distractions, they also practiced inner stillness. This means cultivating a state of calmness and clarity within, regardless of external circumstances. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This idea of inner stillness is about eliminating the internal noise that often competes for our attention, the racing thoughts, the worries, the doubts. To achieve this, Stoics used techniques such as meditation and journaling to clear their minds and bring themselves back to the present moment. In today's world, this practice is more important than ever. Finding time to sit in silence, reflect, and calm your mind can dramatically increase your ability to focus and make thoughtful decisions. Invite to practice. Now, I want you to take a moment to think about your own environment. Is it conducive to focus, or does it constantly pull you away from your goals? What distractions can you eliminate from your workspace today? How can you start applying the Stoic practice of inner stillness, finding moments of calm amidst the chaos? I encourage you to set aside time each day to practice deep focus. Start with short bursts of concentrated work and gradually extend the time. During these focus periods, give yourself permission to ignore everything else and be fully present in the task at hand. With consistent practice, you'll train your mind to focus deeply, and distractions will have less power over you. Chapter 5. Discipline and self-control. The Stoic Essentials. How often have you found yourself stuck in a cycle of procrastination? You set a goal, you get excited, but as soon as it requires sustained effort, you begin to falter. Maybe you start getting distracted or making excuses. It's easy to tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," but then tomorrow becomes next week, and next week turns into never. We all face this. It's part of being human. But what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck is discipline. Without discipline, our goals remain dreams, and the things we want most slip further out of reach. The truth is, it's not the external challenges that stop us, but our own lack of self-control. And the key to overcoming this challenge lies in understanding and cultivating Stoic discipline and self-control. Principle. Discipline, as the Stoics saw it, is not about suppressing your desires or forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. It's about mastering your impulses and making deliberate choices that align with your long-term goals. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from self-control. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught that we are not enslaved by external circumstances, but by our own reactions. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is the core of Stoic discipline, the ability to make decisions that align with your values rather than being driven by momentary emotions or impulses. When you can control your thoughts, actions, and emotions, you unlock your true potential and the ability to achieve anything. The role of self-control. In focus, self-control is the foundation of focus. When you lack self-control, distractions rule your life. You might set out with the intention of focusing on a task, but a thought, a feeling, or an external trigger pulls you away. In contrast, when you practice self-control, you regain the ability to direct your focus with intention and discipline. The Stoics didn't let their desires or emotions dictate their actions. They focused on what they could control, their choices, their responses, and their actions. You might not be able to control the distractions around you, but you can control whether you give in to them. Each time you resist the urge to procrastinate, give in to an impulse, or become distracted, you strengthen your self-control and, in turn, your focus. Building discipline through habit. Discipline isn't something that's developed overnight. It's built through daily habits. The Stoics practiced discipline in everything they did. They didn't just wait for motivation to strike. Instead, they developed habits that fostered discipline. From waking up early to exercising regularly to consistently doing what needed to be done, even when they didn't feel like it. This isn't about forcing yourself to do something. It's about creating a lifestyle that encourages self-discipline. To build your own discipline, start with small, manageable habits that align with your goals. For example, if you want to focus more at work, set a clear schedule for when you'll work and when you'll take breaks. Make your work time sacred. If you want to develop a healthier lifestyle, commit to exercising at the same time every day. Small commitments, practiced consistently, build the foundation for larger changes. The more you practice these habits, the more they become part of your daily routine and the more discipline you develop. Over time, you'll find it easier to stick to your goals because discipline will become second nature. The power of consistency. Consistency is key when it comes to self-control and discipline. The Stoics believed in doing the right thing, not once in a while, but all the time. The power of consistency lies in the fact that even small actions, done repeatedly, add up to great results over time. It's not about making drastic changes or pushing yourself beyond your limits every day. It's about consistently doing what needs to be done, no matter how small. If you make a habit of focusing on your tasks for just 30 minutes a day, you'll be surprised by how much progress you make in a month. If you commit to consistently improving your habits, your discipline will grow stronger, and your ability to stay focused will become unstoppable. The Stoic mindset of acceptance. A key component of Stoic discipline is accepting the challenges that come with the journey. The Stoics didn't expect life to be easy or without obstacles. They understood that difficulties and discomfort are a natural part of growth. It's easy to lose focus when you're faced with hardship or frustration, but the Stoics believed that by accepting and even embracing challenges, we grow stronger. When things get tough, remind yourself that difficulty is a part of the process, not a reason to quit. Instead of resisting challenges, embrace them as opportunities to practice your discipline and strengthen your resolve. Invite to reflect. Think about a goal you've set for yourself, whether it's personal or professional. Where have you struggled with self-discipline in the past? What can you do today to take control of your habits and build stronger self-control? Start by identifying one small action you can commit to each day that will help you develop discipline. Whether it's resisting distractions, committing to a work routine, or pushing through a difficult task, remember that discipline is built one choice at a time. The more you choose to act with discipline, the easier it will become to focus on what truly matters. Chapter 6. Reaction versus choice. Controlling your behavior. 7 to 7.5 minutes. How often do you find yourself reacting without thinking? Maybe it's a rude comment, a stressful situation at work, or an unexpected obstacle that throws you off course. You feel your emotions rise, and before you know it, you've reacted. Maybe with frustration, anger, or impatience. But after the moment passes, you regret how you responded. This is the cycle many of us fall into, reacting to external circumstances instead of choosing how to respond. The problem with reacting is that it robs us of our power. We let our emotions dictate our behavior, and instead of taking control, we are at the mercy of external events. The Stoics had a different perspective. They believed that true freedom comes from choosing how to respond rather than simply reacting to whatever happens. Principle. The Stoic philosophers, especially Epictetus, taught that we don't control the world around us, but we do control how we respond to it. Epictetus famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is a powerful idea. The notion that no matter what happens, you always have the ability to choose your reaction. In moments of stress, frustration, or anger, you can decide how to respond rather than letting your emotions run the show. The Stoics believed that we are not slaves to our emotions. Instead, we have the power to take a step back, evaluate the situation, and choose the best course of action. By practicing this, we can stop ourselves from reacting impulsively and instead choose responses that align with our goals and values. The difference between reaction and choice. The key difference between reacting and choosing is awareness. When we react impulsively, we're not fully aware of what's happening inside us. We act based on emotion, habit, or external triggers, without taking the time to consider the consequences of our actions. But when we choose, we stop and become aware of our feelings, thoughts, and the situation at hand. We then have the power to decide how to move forward. Stoicism teaches us to pause before reacting, to evaluate the situation, and to respond in a way that reflects our values, not our immediate emotions. This pause is crucial because it allows us to act with intention rather than being swept away by our feelings. How to develop the power of choice. So how can we develop the power to choose our responses instead of reacting? It begins with mindfulness. The practice of becoming fully aware of the present moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. When you feel your emotions rising, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to step back from the situation. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond to this? How would the Stoics handle this situation? By creating this space between stimulus and response, you train your mind to choose the most effective and constructive reaction, rather than simply reacting out of habit or emotion. Another powerful Stoic practice is negative visualization. This technique involves imagining potential challenges or setbacks before they happen, so you're mentally prepared when they do arise. For example, if you know you're about to face a stressful situation, like a difficult conversation or an important meeting, take a moment beforehand to think through how you might react. By visualizing the scenario in advance, you're less likely to be caught off guard, and you'll be better equipped to respond calmly and thoughtfully. This practice helps you anticipate reactions and choose a response aligned with your values, rather than reacting impulsively. The power of emotional control. One of the biggest areas where we can apply the concept of choice is in emotional control. It's easy to get caught up in emotions like anger, frustration, or anxiety, especially when things don't go as planned. But the Stoics believed that emotions, while natural, should never control us. They understood that emotions arise in response to external events, but how we respond to those emotions is entirely within our control. When you feel your emotions surfacing, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is causing this reaction? Is it within my control? How can I respond in a way that serves my long-term goals? By practicing emotional control, you strengthen your ability to stay calm and focused, even in the most challenging situations. Reflecting on your reactions. Take a moment to reflect on your recent reactions to difficult situations. Have you found yourself reacting impulsively, or have you been able to pause and choose your response? The next time you're faced with a stressful or emotional situation, practice pausing before reacting. Notice the emotions that arise and ask yourself how you can respond in a way that aligns with your values and long-term goals. Remember, every time you choose your response rather than react automatically, you're strengthening your ability to control your behavior and focus on what truly matters. Chapter 7. Practicing Stoicism. Daily. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle. You wake up, tackle the day's tasks, and fall into bed exhausted, only to repeat the same cycle the next day. In all the chaos, how often do you take a step back and reflect on your mindset? How often do you take a conscious pause to check in with yourself and assess whether you're living in alignment with your values? It's easy to lose sight of your long-term goals when you're constantly responding to external pressures and distractions. Without intentional practice, your mindset can drift, and you may find yourself reacting to life rather than choosing how to engage with it. Stoicism isn't something that can be practiced once in a while. It's a daily commitment, a way of living that requires constant attention and effort. The Stoics believed that philosophy isn't just something to be studied, it's something to be lived. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Stoic practice is all about cultivating awareness and discipline every day. Stoicism isn't just about learning a few principles and then walking away. It's about integrating these principles into your daily life, consistently practicing them, and refining your mindset. One of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism is its emphasis on daily practice. The Stoics didn't just read their philosophy and move on. They used it as a tool to check in with themselves every day, to reflect on their actions, and to course correct when necessary. The daily practice of Stoicism involves intentional reflection, self-discipline, and the constant application of Stoic principles. The power of morning reflection. One of the most important Stoic practices is starting each day with intentional reflection. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, began each day by reflecting on what he could expect from the world. He reminded himself that he would encounter people who were rude, selfish, and unkind, and that he couldn't control their actions, but he could control how he responded. By reflecting on the day ahead, he mentally prepared himself for the challenges he would face. This practice helps you start your day with a calm, collected mindset, rather than rushing headfirst into the chaos of the world. Each morning, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Think about what you'll be doing, what challenges you might face, and how you want to respond. You can use a journal to write down your thoughts, or simply take a moment of silence to set your intentions. By practicing this daily, you train your mind to be proactive rather than reactive, helping you stay focused and aligned with your values throughout the day. The power of evening reflection. Another crucial Stoic practice is evening reflection. At the end of each day, take some time to review your actions and thoughts. Ask yourself, did I live in alignment with my values today? Did I maintain control over my emotions and focus? By taking the time to reflect on your day, you create an opportunity for growth. You can recognize areas where you succeeded and areas where you fell short, and adjust your behavior for the future. This practice of self-reflection helps you course correct on a daily basis so that you are constantly improving. It's about being honest with yourself and acknowledging where you can grow, without judgment. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Through evening reflection, You also give yourself a moment of closure for the day. You release any lingering stress or negativity, which allows you to sleep better and wake up with a clear mind the next morning. This daily practice of reflection reinforces your Stoic mindset and helps you stay grounded. Making Stoicism a habit. Stoic principles, when practiced daily, become habits that shape your mindset and your life. But habits don't form overnight. It takes time, consistency, and commitment. Start small. Commit to practicing Stoicism for just 10 minutes each morning and evening. As you get more comfortable with the practices, you can extend the time, but don't overwhelm yourself at the start. The key is consistency. The more you practice, the more natural these Stoic principles will become, and the more your mindset will shift. The beauty of Stoicism is that it gives you a framework to handle life's challenges with calmness and clarity. By incorporating daily reflection, discipline, and awareness into your routine, you become more resilient, more focused, and more in control of your responses. With each passing day, your Stoic mindset will strengthen, and you'll find yourself better able to navigate life's obstacles with purpose and grace. Invite to commit. Today, I invite you to commit to practicing Stoicism every day. Start by integrating morning and evening reflections into your routine. Take a moment to plan your day with intention in the morning and review your actions in the evening. As you continue this practice, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll become more focused, more disciplined, and more in control of your thoughts and actions. Each small practice will build upon the last, and over time you'll find that Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. Chapter 8. Becoming unstoppable. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, yet something still held you back? You're putting in the hours, you're following the steps, but there's this feeling of resistance, as though something is standing between you and your goals. You might question your ability to succeed, wonder if you're good enough, or feel that even with all your efforts, the finish line seems too far away. This is where many people give up. They get discouraged when progress doesn't come quickly enough. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often the ability to keep going, to stay relentless in the pursuit of their goals, even when obstacles arise. Principle. The Stoics had a powerful understanding of persistence. They knew that obstacles and setbacks are not reasons to quit, but opportunities to grow stronger. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the idea of perseverance. The Stoics believed that what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is the ability to keep going even when the journey is hard. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." In other words, time itself isn't the problem, it's how we use it. To become unstoppable, you must develop a mindset that embraces obstacles as part of the process, rather than seeing them as roadblocks. The power of consistency. To become unstoppable, you need to build consistency into your life. Consistency doesn't mean working yourself to the bone every day. It means showing up day after day, regardless of the challenges. The Stoics weren't perfect, but they practiced their principles daily, regardless of their circumstances. They built consistency by committing to small daily habits, focusing on self-discipline, and never letting up. It's easy to start strong, but the true test is how long you can keep going. Every single day you choose to keep going, even when things get tough, you build momentum. Over time, those small, consistent actions add up to extraordinary results. Resilience in the face of adversity. Life will always present obstacles, whether it's a setback at work, a personal challenge, or a failure along the way. These obstacles are inevitable. But the Stoics taught us that we can't control the events themselves. We can only control how we respond to them. Resilience is the ability to keep going despite setbacks. It's the decision to not let failure define you or stop you from continuing forward. When you face adversity, remember that each challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every time you face a setback and rise above it, you strengthen your resolve and move closer to becoming unstoppable. Think about the last time you faced a failure or a challenge. How did you respond? Did you let it derail you, or did you find a way to overcome it? The key to becoming unstoppable is learning to be resilient. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending setbacks don't hurt. It means acknowledging the setback, learning from it, and moving forward with even greater determination. Resilience is about perseverance and the ability to stay the course when life gets difficult, turning challenges into opportunities. Another key to becoming unstoppable is learning to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Every challenge you face is a chance to strengthen your mindset. When you hit a roadblock, don't see it as a sign that you should give up. See it as an opportunity to practice your resilience and determination. The Stoics were masters at transforming their perspective. For example, when things went wrong, they didn't view it as the end of the road. Instead, they used it as an opportunity to ask, "What can I learn from this? How can this situation make me stronger?" When you adopt this mindset, you stop fearing obstacles and start using them to fuel your progress. Instead of thinking of challenges as something to avoid, you begin to embrace them as stepping stones that lead to greater success. The role of mental toughness. Becoming unstoppable requires mental toughness, the ability to push forward when the world is trying to push you back. This doesn't mean you don't experience self-doubt or exhaustion. It means you learn to continue despite them. Mental toughness is about choosing to keep going, even when it's uncomfortable. It's the ability to maintain your focus and determination, even when things don't go according to plan. The Stoics were well versed in mental toughness. They trained their minds to stay strong in the face of adversity and stay focused on their goals, no matter how hard the journey became. You can do the same by developing the mental discipline to keep going, no matter what. Invite to take action. Now, ask yourself, what goal have you been working toward that feels like it's just out of reach? How can you show up every day to make consistent progress, even when the obstacles seem overwhelming? The key to becoming unstoppable is your decision to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Today, commit to pushing past your own limitations and embracing the challenges ahead. Remember, every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and more resilient. Stay focused, stay determined, and you'll find that nothing can stand in your way. This is how you become unstoppable. To truly become unstoppable, you need to build momentum. Momentum is what propels you forward when you feel like stopping. It's the compound effect of consistent effort, repeated every day. Momentum comes from taking action, even when it seems like progress is slow. The key is to not stop. The Stoics understood that true power comes from persistence, and they practiced resilience not just in the face of great adversity, but in the small, everyday moments that could easily break someone's resolve. They knew that by remaining consistent in the face of life's challenges, they were slowly but surely building momentum. Think of momentum like a snowball. At first, it's small and doesn't seem to make much of an impact, but as it rolls forward, it picks up speed and size. Before long, it's unstoppable. The same principle applies to your goals. Every small, focused step you take contributes to your momentum. You might not see the immediate results, but don't be discouraged. Keep going, and soon you'll find that what once seemed difficult becomes second nature. Embracing the process, 1.5 minutes. Becoming unstoppable is about embracing the process, not just the outcome. We often think of success as the final destination, but the Stoics believed that the journey itself is the true measure of success. This means finding joy and fulfillment in the work you put in, not just the result you're striving for. The journey, with all its challenges and obstacles, is what shapes you into someone who is truly unstoppable. When you embrace the process, you shift your focus from achieving a specific goal to becoming the person who can achieve anything. Instead of measuring success solely by the end result, you start measuring success by how you show up each day, by your commitment to focus, discipline, and resilience. The Stoics taught us that virtue, living with integrity, discipline, and wisdom, is its own reward. When you align your actions with your values, the outcome becomes secondary because you are living with purpose and intention every single day. Creating unstoppable habits. 1 minute. To be unstoppable, you must create habits that reinforce your focus, discipline, and resilience. These habits are what will carry you through the toughest moments and help you keep going when motivation fades. Habits form the backbone of success. The Stoics didn't rely on motivation alone to keep them going. They built habits of self-control, thoughtfulness, and persistence that became part of their daily routines. Whether it was morning reflection, daily journaling, or setting clear intentions for the day, the Stoics established habits that kept them focused and purposeful. Start by identifying the habits that support your goals, whether it's dedicating time to focus on a project every day, exercising to build mental toughness, or practicing gratitude to maintain a positive mindset. Make those habits non-negotiable. The more consistent you are in these habits, the easier it becomes to stay on track. These habits will create the foundation upon which you build the momentum needed to become unstoppable. The importance of self-belief. Watch in 1 minute. Finally, to become unstoppable, you must believe in yourself. Self-belief isn't about arrogance or blind confidence. It's about trusting in your ability to navigate challenges, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. The Stoics taught that we must believe in our ability to grow and improve, no matter how difficult the circumstances. When you truly believe that you can handle whatever life throws at you, that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You approach each challenge with confidence and clarity, knowing that you have the strength and mindset to overcome it. Belief in yourself isn't just about hoping for success. It's about trusting that you can adapt, learn, and rise again from any setback. With this mindset, nothing can truly stop you. Reflecting on the journey. As we come to the end of this audiobook, take a moment to reflect on what we've learned together. You've been introduced to the power of focus, the importance of determination, and the Stoic philosophy that has been shaping minds for centuries. We've explored how to take control of your mindset, how to build daily habits that support your success, and how to become an unstoppable force in your own life. But the most important thing to remember is that this journey doesn't end here. The real transformation begins when you start applying these principles every day, consistently and with intention. Becoming unstoppable isn't about achieving perfection. It's about showing up every day with the mindset and the discipline to keep moving forward, no matter the challenges you face. It's about recognizing that the obstacles you encounter aren't roadblocks. They are opportunities to strengthen your resolve, refine your focus, and push past your limits. It's about remembering that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. The power of consistent action. To truly become unstoppable, you must make consistent action a non-negotiable part of your life. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike or relying on fleeting bursts of willpower. It's about committing to small daily actions that align with your long-term vision. You don't need to make giant leaps. Just make sure that every day you're taking one step closer to where you want to be. Consistency is the key that unlocks your potential. It's the muscle you strengthen every time you push through distractions, every time you practice focus, every time you maintain discipline, even when it's hard. Ask yourself, what can you do today to start taking those small steps? Whether it's dedicating 30 minutes to a project, committing to a new habit, or simply taking a moment to reflect on your goals. Make today the day you begin to put these principles into practice. Adopting a Stoic mindset means taking full ownership of your thoughts, actions, and responses. It's understanding that the only thing you truly control is your reaction to external events. The world will continue to throw challenges your way, but with the Stoic mindset, you have the power to choose how you respond. You don't need to let life's distractions or obstacles control you. You can choose to respond with focus, resilience, and determination. The Stoics didn't just write about philosophy. They lived it every single day. They showed us that true strength lies not in avoiding hardship, but in embracing it with grace and clarity. By applying Stoic principles to your own life, you can cultivate a mindset that helps you stay calm and focused, even in the face of adversity. Now, take a moment to envision your unstoppable self. Who are you when you've mastered your focus? When you've built your discipline and resilience? What does it look like to be truly unstoppable in your personal and professional life? This is your potential, and it's within reach. You have the tools, the mindset, and the power to take control of your life and your success. All it takes is the commitment to show up every day, to keep practicing, and to remain focused on your goals, no matter what. The journey to becoming unstoppable isn't a quick fix. It's a lifelong commitment, but every small action you take today will build upon the last, and soon you'll see the results of your focus and determination. The Stoic mindset isn't about achieving perfection, but about progress, becoming just a little better every day. Remember, focus, discipline, resilience, and mental toughness are all within your control. So, step forward with confidence, apply these principles, and become the unstoppable force you were always meant to be.